Do you guys hear me now? Because I just turned my microphone on. Give me a 1 if you hear me. Am I the only one without a voice? Is anybody here? That's what I see. Is that what you see? Yes. Yes. Give me a 1. Somebody give me a 1. There. They can hear me.
You know what?
Well, let's just go off of this one.
Let's just
Put a 2 in the box if you can hear me.
What are you doing?
Bad boy up.
It's gonna fall down.
It falls down, it falls down.
2. There's a couple of 2s in there, so they hear him.
Hello, do you hear me?
Can you hear Kenny? Give us a 3 if you can hear Kenny.
Say
Kenny.
something.
Not
They heard
3.
me.
Danny.
They heard me.
Danny.
3 for Danny.
3 for Danny. 3
Or
for
was
Danny.
that 3 for Dwight?
No, 1 was me.
I put a 3 in. 3, yeah.
Okay,
3
we're going to
for-
start the webinar at 10 o'clock. We need another hour.
Danny needs another hour.
Okay. Let's get rolling.
This will be my mic?
It's your mic now.
All right.
Here we go. Take it away, Schultze.
Aren't you going to do some small talk?
No. Oh, I don't know.
Hey, why don't we figure out where's everybody from today? Where are you guys from? Who's Kenny? Yeah, no, I was meaning Danny. I was looking at Ken. That's where you get Kenny from.
Normally don't work this close together.
Yeah.
We are at a round patio table.
London, Detroit, Colorado. That's
Hey,
awesome.
Can we turn that camera on for a second? We could all get in here just for a quick second.
Here. Oh, you guys, yeah, there it is. Oh, actually, you're looking at me. Hey, guys.
Oh, hang on.
Hey, there we go. What a bunch of buffoons. So, here we are. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn my camera off because
Okay, here we
you
go.
can see me. There we go. All right, people. Hope you guys showered. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, the 3 of
We did.
us.
Together.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, get serious.
Well, first, let's start with the contest. $1,000 to whoever guesses what Ken just drank.
There you
He's
go.
drinking a Diet Pepsi now. That is not it, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on? Happy hour's begun. Yeah.
Well, we should say where we are. We're at a house event.
Well, yeah, we're doing what are they burning fires? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is the microphone. So let's put it here, and then it's in between the 3 of us. How about that?
Certainly.
Okay. Poutine steak. No, not what he. Rum and Coke. Yeah. You would think. Okay, so the question is this: if the $1,000 for the person that guesses, the drink Ken just finished.
You have until now from the end of the call. So on this call, we're going to talk about our method of testing products. We're not just products, testing designs, testing the price, testing what we launch. Because when you're doing this kind of marketing, your chances of failure are pretty high. You know, there's so many moving parts that you just really have to have all the parts going in your favor as much as you can. So we usually will do this on all major new things we launch, and I'll kind of talk about that at the end when we don't do this. But if everyone can see my screen, this is a case study we did. We had 3 boot designs, and we wanted to just see, well, how do we figure out what design to launch? So we made a simple post, Texas Mechanics, comment below. Please comment below with 1, 2, or 3 to help us find the best design. We made a very simple PPE ad, and I mean really simple. I'll show you what the ad was. We just did some very simple targeting. Obviously, when you're doing something like a Texas Mechanic, you're not going to have a huge audience anyway, but you want to try to do your best targeting because this targeting is what you're going to use when you actually run the ad. So the budget was only $20. That's 20 Canadian. Small audience, 15,000 people. It was a PPE ad. Obviously, we only targeted Texas. And I targeted men and women 25 to 65. And again, you can see the mechanic keywords. So that was the ad. And again, you look at it, we're asking them, the people who theoretically are going to buy, which do you guys like? What do you want to buy? Which design should we launch? So we ran the ad for a day or two, and all these comments started coming in. And you just start analyzing the comments. You know, see people 1 and 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It didn't take us long to figure out that, geez, everyone likes 3. Kind of showing us up because we were sure number 2 was the winner. But that's why we do these tests, because we don't know what they're thinking. We only know what we're thinking. And we don't think a lot of the time.
Most of the time.
So a couple things I wanted to highlight in the comments when we're analyzing, like this person here said, needs
Make it
to
a
be
little bigger, Dan.
Okay. This person said, needs to be a solid Texas flag. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I put this here because if you actually hover over the guy's name, you'll get a little info thing that pops up. And here you can see this guy is a mechanic at Firestone, Complete Auto Care. You need anything done in Texas, you go to Roger Fitzgerald. You understand?
Oh, good old Roger.
So, you know, it didn't take us long to see that 3 was the big winner. Well, again, because we don't think, we really thought 2 was going to be the winner. So we looked at that as kind of a really good test because it gave us data, but we wanted to come up with another test that we could do because we were just so surprised. You know, if you look at these 3 versions of the designs, the top 2 are, you know, kind of similar with the stars and stripes. The bottom one is really different. So then we made another ad post.
Okay, hold it. I'm gonna throw in some when the good question pops up.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna interrupt you.
Okay.
So how do you get all that engagement on the post? The question is that they get many likes but not many comments. So is it the question?
Well, yeah.
We lost your screen share.
Right now you did?
I did.
Yeah, click it again.
Oh, I gotta find this. You guys talk for a second and I can
Okay.
back on.
Well, maybe Ken can talk to that. Why how do you generate that type of engagement? Is it the question we're asking? Is it the image that we're putting out? What's causing the engagement?
Well, if you give people 3 choices and you're going after PPE, they're going to be targeting people most likely to engage. And just simply ask them 1, 2, or 3. It's just in people's nature to respond. It's very simple. They don't have to do anything other than commenting. And Facebook is a social platform. So
Yeah, it's very different than saying, you know, write a 500-word essay on what you like and don't like about each of these.
into your email address. I mean, really, there's nothing here other than them putting a 1, 2, or 3 in the comment.
And one of the other things that we did with this particular test is that we used to do the 4 image test. This one was the 3, using that the size of the actual
679 by
960.
Yeah.
So it's a nice big image, and it really hits home because they're mechanics.
Yeah. Well, so because we were so far off on what we thought would happen, and number 3 was a clear winner, we wanted to come up with 2 more designs that were similar in nature to that bottom one. So Marv, our excellent designer, come up with 2 more, and then we did it again. We did that same thing. Texas Mechanics, comment below. Please comment below with 1, 2, or 3 and help us find the best design. Again, ran that same $20 ad, the same targeting, nothing changed. And then we started to analyze again. Every once in a while, you get a little helper wrench in there, whatever. But it's good. I mean, it's good to have that. Again, really clear, really fast, which one was the winner. And if you look at all these, they all look good to me, but this is the one. Number 2 is the one that the vast majority picked. So that is the first part. This is how you pick the design. Can you do this with t-shirts, coffee mugs, boots, whatever? It doesn't matter. If it's this kind of print-on-demand type of thing we're doing, this works. Even if it's not, even if you're doing a Shopify thing and you have 3 widgets from China, which one do you like? I mean, that's pretty easy to ask that question and get engagement. The other thing, to kind of piggyback on what Ken said, these ads are really cheap because we're not trying to sell anything. We're not asking them to click a link. We're not having them leave Facebook. We're just we're telling Facebook, we want people who said they like mechanics and who like to comment on stuff to comment on this picture. That's it. So that was the first part of now we knew which design we were going to do. Then we did one more just because we're kind of anal. Now we just
Who is Danny?
I'm kind of anal. So did one more. We took the one that won and one more, narrowed it down again. This isn't all that.
Just me. Or it's just, no, it's back.
Okay. So we did one more test, analyzed it again. Design 2 was the clear winner. So that was the one that we won with. It was, the data just told us. So it was just there. They answered for us. So then we thought, well, we need to have upsells and downsells. So when we had the design picked out, we put them on all the Pillow Profits items. Again, you could put them on t-shirts and hoodies.
Sure.
It's still up?
Just came off again.
I don't know. It's almost like you shouldn't do a webinar sitting outside of the patio table. Good?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we put all these designs, the winning design, we put them on a bunch of products. And we targeted, this time I did 2 ads. Attention Texas mechanics, comment below with help us decide which product to launch next. And these are all guy related products. Then I did one for females. Are you a female Texas mechanic? They're out there. Comment below with 1, 2, 3, 4 and help us decide which product to launch next. Same exact thing, just asking them to comment. Spent another $20. And actually, that one we probably spent $30 because I did 15 for men and 15 for women. Same targeting. Everything is always the same targeting. Started looking at the comments from the male ad. Again, you start to see pretty clear winner. What was number 4? I already forgot.
It was the
boots. Okay. Female ad. 4, 4, 4, and 3. 4 and 3. What was that? Oh yeah, the ladies casuals and the canvas low cuts. So now we knew this is how we find what we want to do for an upsell and a downsell. We find our main product that we wanted to push, which was the boots, and then we just looked at the data and we picked. I think we picked the running shoes for the upsell because that had a really nice, healthy profit to it. And we picked the ladies casuals as the downsell. And we didn't have to put any thought into this. This is just them telling us, the people who are probably, well, they are the ones that we're targeting, what they want. And when we figured that out, we launched the winning product and with the upsell and the downsell, and we sold a lot of these. And the entire time, it was just that very original targeting that I did. The only thing really that changed in this setup, after we launched the ad, it wasn't a PPE ad, and it was just, the sale ad with the link, click here to buy, blah, blah, blah. So that's how we test. And the more you do that, the better you make your chances of succeeding. Now, we do this with every major design we do. And when I say major, I mean like if we're going to do like, Texas Mechanic or Texas Plumber or whatever, we're going to do this. If we then switch to Texas Dog Walker, we're probably not going to do the test. We're going to use the data from here. And hopefully it will be close enough to, close enough for jazz. If a bunch of them fail, then we know, well, maybe we have to do another test in this niche. But normally, we like to try to go wide when we scale. We scale more in design than budgeting.
Yeah. So a couple of questions that have come up in the list here is, so it seems like the engagement is really a result of the initial targeting, which must be right on with the audience you want to reach.
It's very hard. We search for mechanics in Texas. It's not, targeting is never really, I mean, you can't have crappy, well, yeah, actually you can have crappy targeting. It really is more about you're asking them a simple question that they can answer. Now, well, where the targeting comes in to play is that, yeah, obviously they're all mechanics and they're looking at stuff they've never seen before. It's not like there are a lot of people selling backpacks for mechanics, right?
Right. But the other thing related to the targeting and the test is that, what has happened sometimes is we'll put the design on a set of products like the boot, and we get very limited engagement based on the targeting that we did. We will do a second test of slightly different targeting. If we get again, no real engagement on that design on those products, guess what? The design sucks. They don't want it. We go on to the next design. We don't try to find targeting for that design.
Yeah,
it's just, the reality is that if it doesn't give us the engagement level that we're looking for, we kick it to the curb. We don't get emotionally attached to these designs. We want ones that engage the audience. That gives us the biggest indicator that we're on the right track for that audience, that we've got a product that they will want to buy as we move forward. As soon as we pick up the right, give them what they want type of environment. So it's not just about all that engagement. The Texas Mechanics, we got lots of engagement because they loved the product, they loved the look, and they bought it once it was for sale. But if we didn't get that type of engagement on that product and that design, we'd have just kicked it to the curb and not spent a bunch of money on ads trying to sell something that, if they won't even tell us that they like it, chances are they're not going to buy it.
Now let me go back to one other thing. My screen still working?
Yep.
So we can ramp these up. We can flash these up really fast. Now, why is that? Well, these are just pictures. These are pretend. They're not products in a store. We didn't have to go into Shopify or whatever and build these and do all the variants and set the pricing and blah, 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 blah. We just had to do that. We put 3 pictures up. Which one do you like? Okay, now of these 3, which do you like? Of these 2, which do you like? Then we finally got to the point where, hey, let's actually make this product. We know that people like, boot number 3 or whatever it was. Now, kind of an advanced thing, but the same type of thing with this asking question, doing a comment campaign to see, to get data. What is the next thing we could have asked after this one? Could we do another comment ad? We could have said, hey, how much would you pay for this, whatever the winner was? How much would you pay for these running shoes? If we would charge $50, would that be too high, too low? Again, they're going to give you that answer,
And the problem with that is, in my opinion, is you can waste all your time asking questions, but just taking these initial 3 steps to get the answer. Then you get the product out and start selling it. Otherwise, all you're doing is asking questions and not making money.
That's true. But if you have OCD, you keep asking. And we know that, we know what we charge for running shoes. It's not to say that that price is going to work for every niche, but we know about where to start. We know how much a backpack is. We know where to start. Sometimes if sales aren't hot, then maybe we'll tweak that price a little bit.
Yeah. Very good. So before we get on to the next part, what kind of questions do you guys have that we haven't addressed? Let's get some questions. Yeah, the OCD queen, yes, is definitely on the call. What are the 3 steps again, Benny boy?
You put the design on something. You say, which design do you like? 1, 2, or 3. Again, these ads are real super simple. You make a post using that. You don't have to use a 6.
So step 1 is the initial 3 quite different designs on the product.
And just the people you're targeting, Texas mechanics, golden retriever lovers, comment below. Whoever you're targeting, please comment below with 1, 2, or 3 and help us find the best design. Again, there's nothing to buy. They're 1, 2, or 3.
Step 2 is analyzing the data that comes back.
Yep.
And then changing it based on what they've given you.
So then we did one more ad with 3 similar designs, did that same thing, analyzed, found the clear winner.
And then step 3 is analyzing what complementary products would they like with that same or similar design.
And again, like if you look down here, we're only reaching like 2,000 people, 2,500.
So is that that's only a single day? We only run that single day, $20, get the comments.
Well, yeah, I mean, we want to get a clear winner. There are times when we do a test where we will know within 10 minutes because it's just like, 4.
Yeah.
We can stop. There are times when we'll let it run for a couple days and there's a lot of engagement, but it's like 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So at that point, we usually say, what do you want to do? Let's run both. And we do that sometimes. Sometimes we just pick
split
one.
Test them, see which ones get the first initial sales, kill the other one, and let them run. You know. So a couple of questions here.
Yeah.
For collections, do you run FB surveys or do you run them for all products? No, we start with what we know is a popular product, like the boots, like the runners that are very good sellers in all of our other niches and designs. We use that as the initial test to see, would you buy this design on this product? Because we know the product is good. We know runners sell. So we want to make sure, will they buy this design on that product? So that's where we start. And then we expand to the full set once we've narrowed down to the actual look of the final design. Okay.
And again, all of these images that you're looking at are pretend. They don't exist. They're just pictures made on mock-ups.
They're not products yet. Are you running ads for comments, or are you asking only on your fan pages?
Run ads.
We only run ads for our tests. We don't
even have a Texas mechanic page.
No.
You want to be able to run ads to a specific audience and spend X amount of money and get X amount of engagement. And then hopefully that'll turn into every time we spend X amount, we get X amount of sales.
Do you look for a minimum number of comments?
A clear winner.
Yeah.
I mean, not 2. I mean, you want it to be 10 or 13 or 15. You'll know when you start looking.
Yeah, based on, you spent a couple of bucks. You put a $20 budget on the ads, already getting views. You can see it. It's starting to calculate. You're starting to get comments. You could end up knowing that the test is over in a $5 budget because you've gotten enough information back. But or if you spend $10 and you've gotten no comments or 1 or 2, it's like kick it to the curb, change the targeting, do it one more time. If you don't get an engagement where you can have a clear winner or feel that the audience likes that design on that product, you know, you go to your next design and your next targeting.
And a lot of times you'll see like two. Oh my God, I love two. Where can I buy it? Where can I buy number two? And then we really know we're onto something.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's some questions coming in about the downsell and the upsell, which we said that we would talk about today. And let me look at my thing here. Yeah, so we've shown you the test image, and we've talked about the ad for the test image, but the ad is just a page post engagement for engagement. That's what it is. We're not looking, it's not a conversion ad. We're not putting a link in the comments or whatever. It is just a page post engagement to get them to comment or like, preferably comment, obviously is what we're looking for. But if they're sharing it, they're whatever, creating a lot of fervor around the design, that helps us know that we're on the right track as well. So then do we need a mechanic fan page or a general fan page? We do everything on our general fan page, usually one of our Angela Davis pages, you know, Angela Davis likes or something like that. It doesn't have to be on a niche specific site, you know, it really doesn't.
One of the examples Ken used once was badass preacher. It's like, we're not going to build a badass preacher page.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the upsells and downsells on the page. One of the questions here, the questions are flying hot and heavy here, so I got to go back a bit. Since you're sending to a collection, do you use the upsell, downsell through a product, and do you use the Shopify funnels, or how do you do those?
Well, do we want to get into software we use or anything? And we use funnels. You know, we send people to the collection page. If they click on the shoes, they're going to get an upsell for X.
Yeah, and the product that we use is CartHook, but there's a number of other products out there. We use CartHook because it does cart abandonment for us as well, which is it does a great job on the recovery. But there's a lot of products, and like Dan said, find a funnel builder for Shopify and put an upsell in front of them after the purchase and a downsell. It can't hurt because they've already made the sale. So you just throw a couple products out and we keep looking at those products. If we're not getting the upsells, we'll swap another product in there until we find something that they really want when they buy the first product.
Yep.
Would you ever run 3 different PPEs for 12 different products, or just pick the top 4 products?
Well, that's the beauty of the collection.
Well, no, but I think she's asking about for the test. We always start with a single product with 3 versions of the design. We never run on the same design on 3 different products. So we always go for one of our top selling products with a design, and then we expand from there. So
a lot of times too, we'll just start with a t-shirt because that artwork is pretty easy to do. You know, Marv can whip up, you know, a 2800 square pixel really quick, as opposed to, you know, doing the art for the runners or the backpack. Those are a little more complicated. But after we have a design, then we know, okay, Marv, you can spend the time doing this because we have a pretty good idea that this is going to work.
Yeah. Here's another question. If you're using CartHook that shows the upsells, then how do you send them to the collection page? We send them to the collection page first. They make a purchase, and then we upsell or downsell because every item that's in the collection has a funnel attached to it.
Yeah, with with the product that we use, the funnel is triggered by the products in your Shopify cart. So that's how that works. Do you do this along with the video custom audience lookalike audience method, or instead of?
Well, once we've determined our design and we found the best product to put it on, and we've got an upsell or a downsell, We can then run any ads that we want. If we want to run video ads, we can definitely do that. And after we build the custom audience, we can show them the product that we think is going to be the best seller based on their selection. You can run any ad that you like.
Do you show them customers who bought this also bought? That's one of the things you can do on your product page in your Shopify store. But we always have a happy customer collection or that on our long form sales page when we're using that strategy. So there's different strategies. Let's talk about that for just a second. There's this strategy going from a long form sales page to the product to buy it on Shopify, or there's the going from the ads directly to a collection page of the products. That's two separate strategies, and we do both of them depending on the product that we're trying to sell. Now, if we don't have that design on 23 different products and we don't have a collection page that would convert very well, we'll be using the long form sales page to sell that product and maybe with the upsell and a downsell associated with it because we haven't completed the entire collection. That's one strategy. The other strategy is once we have a collection page that is full and complete, that will convert in our eyes, we then convert that strategy over and also send traffic to the collection to see if we can increase our average order value by selling multiple products via the collection and the upsell downsell. And we'll run both of those strategies at the same time, and the one that's giving us the most money is the one that we stick with.
Right.
So it's not a either or, it's a combination of we're going to do whatever makes us the most money, right? So
yeah, and we ran ads day before yesterday without cart hook, without an upsell, and then we at the end of the day we attached cart hook and just checked out the difference, and our average order value was up by 23% by adding the upsell downsell.
So one of the questions here, like as first targeting, is do you ever target other brands of boots like Timberland if you're going to be trying to sell boots?
Yeah, one of the great things, if you're going to go 2 layers of interest, one would be the interest that is based on them, so they might be mechanics, and the second layer may be something like Doc Martin and some of the other brands of boots.
Mm-hmm. But don't think a lot about targeting.
Yeah, that's true. You always start with 3 products, a core product, an upsell, and a downsell.
Sometimes we do 4, sometimes we do 3.
Sometimes we just have a product that we try to sell. Yeah, it's just, it depends on, where we're at and we will take a product, like the boot thing after the test. And if we get people like in the comments just screaming for the boot, we'll get that on a product and put that product page up and run ads straight to that because I only have a design ready for the boots and I'm just selling boots. No downsell, no upsell. Let's sell boots because they're ready and willing and able to buy them.
And it's actually a smart move because, if by chance, nothing's guaranteed. So you're better off to take the product that they really wanted, which were the boots, and try and sell them. And if they do sell, then add all your other designs to all the other products and build your funnels and do all that work after. But initially, just try and sell what they were interested in and see if it has enough commercial value to put the time into.
The question is, does Facebook like you sending people to a collection page, or will they give you a hard time? Facebook doesn't care, really. Facebook wants them to make sure that you have consistency. When you say you're selling a product and you're driving them to a page, that product that you're wanting, that you've advertised, is on that page. Mm-hmm. They don't care if there's other products on that page as well. It said if you say you're selling a T-shirt and you send them to a page that sells just a knife, right, they don't like that. But collection pages are sending them directly to the home page of your store. They they could care less as long as you have message match from your ad, wherever that happens to be.
Yeah, here's one. Do you group your collections by design or by product?
Yep.
Well, let's take a look at this. If you were doing leggings and you had a collection of dogs and cats and products that are based around the interest, for example, if it was chickens, you're better off to have the chicken design on a whole bunch of products to give them better choices. But to drive people to a page or a collection that's made up of a whole bunch of interests is not going to help you out.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's say the Texas mechanic niche turned into something hot, and all three of these designs were big sellers. Then maybe we would say, go check out our boots, and we'd have all three of these boots because we know that they're winners.
Right? Yeah, but they would still be based on the same interest. We wouldn't be sending them to, hey, go here and get your Texas boots, and right beside it are Colorado boots.
You see that in practically every Shopify store. Yeah. Isn't it just maddening?
Yeah, it's just not going to work. Bring the people to a page that they have an interest in and let them select what they want to buy.
I really do think when they see something like this, or like a collection like this, they're bowled over because I'm a Texas mechanic. I didn't even know this stuff could exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we do email or retargeting?
Yeah, and the question about all of the images, I'll say it now, we'll talk about Vancouver maybe for a few minutes. The piece of software that we have generates all these images in one shot for us. It's part of the Vancouver event. It's our action software. You hit one button and you've got 440 images with every product you want to sell. The design is on everything and it's just one button. So if we were trying to do all of this artwork ourselves, it would take us probably 2 days or 3 days to build it. And just so you know, based on that question, yeah, we just hit the button one time and it's generating every image on every product with all the backgrounds and they look amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
And no, the software for the images is not for sale. We've had many people asking for it, and they are not. That software is not for sale.
That is correct. And many people have asked us for an update to the July products action. When we were at the July event, we did promise the boot action and the bedding because they were not ready at the July event, and we will complete the boot actions and the bedding action to update your actions from the July event, and you should be solid with that.
Okay, so let's talk about Vancouver for a minute. Anyone on the call coming to Vancouver? We'll take some questions. We said at the end of every call we'll do some Q&A, and we're getting close to the hour here. So, yeah, we use the piece of software to build out all of those images. Yeah, there's lots coming. Yeah, share your screen again.
Oh, I just turned it off.
Yes, working hard to get there, Susie. I hope you make it.
Yeah.
Ricky, Nancy, David, Bill.
Yeah,
Darnell.
We're gonna have a good time. We've actually the big event was we added an extra day to the big event from our usual 3-day event because we found we packed so much information in that we need to give the attendees more time to absorb the information and actually practice, because we like to actually see you do the work while we're there, while we can correct bad habits that you are doing or something. If you don't understand something, we're right there to help you work through it. So that's why we've extended it to 4 days. That's why it's called the big event, because we've never done a 4-day event other than our house events like we're at today. It's usually a 3-day event, so this one is an extra day just for more practice of the strategies that we're teaching.
And the question here, will there be new mock-ups? Yeah, everything is brand new. For each event, we try and put together a complete set of graphics. And I'll tell you that the graphics we provide will carry you right through to Christmas. You'll have no problem making money at Christmas. And will we be teaching Facebook ads? Yeah, it is probably the biggest focus in the event.
It's the foundation of our ad strategy. So
exactly.
that's what we teach. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're going to have lots of people there. So
the new PSD was not loaded tonight. The Chicago, the diehard Chicago fan PSD Marv got to me just before I got here, and we've been, going balls to the wall, getting this event off. We're getting our students up and running and working. So I will have the Chicago diehard fan uploaded tonight or tomorrow during the event. So don't panic. It'll be there.
Here's a good one. How experienced do you have to be to get the most out of the big event? We've had people there that are completely new, and I'll let you know that we're going to have all 12 of our team members will be there. And our team comes from around the world, from the UK and from the United States, as far away as Florida and all over Canada and pretty much everywhere.
Well, if you understood what we just talked about with testing, that's how we teach, right? Yeah. Nothing is complicated.
Yeah.
If you understood that, you'll be able to understand each and every one of these things that we talk about. The only thing that's different, I just showed you like the overview of how we test. We'd also show you kind of how to do it, right? Like,
yeah,
go here, click here,
and you have a workbook, and that workbook's gonna be with you for as long as you want to use it. It's really a sound book. You don't have to worry about things changing a lot. It's based on some great principles. So this will be different than the July event. Yeah, very different. PrintX will be there with all kinds of items that can be personalized, from knives and the 3D hologram lamps that can be personalized. The workbook is really awesome. Anyway, Shane Martin and Tim Shields will be there, the owners of Exclusion, for the leggings. And we've got, oh man, this stuff is cool. Hang on one second. I'm going to go grab these.
Oh, this is awesome. But anyway, there's a bunch of questions here. Yes, the actions that create all of the mock-ups with the designs that you have, with the designs that we give you, you will get that software at the event. That's a big part of it. I mean, we're not going to say, oh, you need to build these images, you need to do all that sort of stuff, and then not give you the software to do it. That doesn't make any sense. So yes, you're going to get the software, the actions to generate, and all the mock-ups that build those images for your ad images, your long-form sales page images, everything, Shopify, everything you need.
Ad images, discount coupon images.
Yeah. I love the idea of the workbook. The workbook is awesome. Do you teach new stuff at the event or just reteach the same stuff?
We teach stuff that works. Sometimes, I don't know it's we worry about what's working today. That's what we teach.
Yeah. Well, and if we can go on history, we've had people that have attended 8 in a row of our events, and they just keep coming back.
But they're making money. They're not just coming back because they like to see us or they didn't get it. They're coming back because they made money and they want more.
Yeah. And some of the guys come out and say, come out to the events and say, every time I come home from this event, I make more money than I did the last time. So I'm going to turn my camera on because we've got a model here.
Nice. Yeah, they're cute, eh?
Let's see. Let me turn my camera on. Let's have a quick.
They're really cute.
Here we go. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. That's kind of not really good, but here we go.
There we go. You have to tilt it down a little bit too to show them. Yeah, there we go. Can everybody see that? Woo! Turn around and show the other side now. Whoa!
Those are exclusion leggings.
Yes.
Those are exclusion leggings. So those guys.
They fit great.
Do some exercises.
They're really comfortable.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, so we've got all these designs ready to sell as well. There's like hundreds of designs in all the different niches.
Give us a shot of those, the side of Green Bay.
Hey, Green Bay.
Love Green
Yeah.
Bay.
Anyway, you get all these designs. There's well over 100, and we'll show you how to set campaigns up in less than 3 minutes. You'll be ready to sell.
Yeah, good for yoga. Those are for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Are the legs made in the USA?
These are your original legs, right? Or did you say leggings or legs?
Yeah. Legs.
Yeah,
Leggings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Woo!
The leggings are made in China, and they are shipped anywhere in the world.
At our house events, we usually have a yoga instructor come.
Yeah, there you go.
There's our good buddy Russell who's coming over for one-on-one coaching at the end of September. Give me a Skype. Just Skype me. Probably, I don't know. Just try me anytime during the day. I know our time zones are a little bit messy because you're so far away. Okay, let's talk. Somebody has been asking about budgets, and we kept telling them we'll talk about that. Do you want to talk about budgets on scaling the ads when we do some scaling?
Well, yeah, let's take a look at the numbers. At the high end, because we're dealing with larger cart values, we can actually spend more to acquire the customer. Ultimately, we're looking at a maximum 20% of our ad cost, or of the sales. So if we spend $7,000, we want to make sure that we're running no more than $1,400 in ad spend. And that's on the high end. We like to see it lower, but we're really happy even at the 20%. So if we spend, or if we have $10,000 in sales, we want to spend no more than $2,000. That way, if we run a 50% product cost and 20% ad cost, we know that we've got 30% left over. We know that we put $2,000 in and we made $3,000 in profit. That's our rule of thumb. We're always looking for 20% at the max.
And if you've seen, we talked about how we build ads, how we build ad sets. When we scale, we don't take an ad set that we've set a budget of $20 for the day and turn it into a $400 a day ad set. If I want to go to $400 a day in ad spend on scaling, I will build out another 20 ad sets at $20 to get $400 worth of ad sets running. Because when you come and learn our framework, you'll understand why we do that. But the reality is that we force Facebook to be efficient with our money. Just giving them $400 and saying, go spend this $400 and make me money. If they only make us $280 on that 400, if it's one ad set, you're going to say, well, that ad set is not profitable. But you made $280 in profit, like gross profit or sales or whatever number you want to track. If you break it into much smaller chunks, you're going to be profitable on a whole bunch of different ad sets, and some of them will make no money. You get rid of them, and you just keep the ones that are making you money. That's how we scale. So hopefully that
we usually end up with the majority of the ad sets we have running are winners.
Yeah.
And the reason that is, and not all of them, because the new ones, we also launch new ones. You cut a couple, then you try to add a couple more and see if they turn it away.
Now, here's a good question about the leggings. Are they properly sized for American women? Because Chinese sizes are smaller. Well, the good thing about exclusion is that they're Canadian, and they're the ones that are mandating how the leggings are built, how they look, the material that's being used, the stitching that goes into it. So they're forcing the Chinese factory to build them to North American specs, because that's their business model, is supplying leggings for North America. So it's not about them, just going and buying what a Chinese manufacturer is building. They're actually speccing out and having the manufacturer build to their specifications. And the leggings look great.
And let's take a look at iPhone. Where is the iPhone made? It doesn't matter where it's made, even though it's in China, it's built to Apple specifications. So this is a custom built set of leggings, and it uses the best stitching, the fabric. They've been working on this for ages, and it's all custom built. Let's see. Look, when it comes to targeting, don't worry so much about the targeting. If you put a great product in front of people, even with poor targeting, you're going to do very, very well. Let's take a look at, people are asking about the Christmas designs. I'll tell you that one of the things that we're doing is working on some ugly Christmas designs, and we're working on those especially for the leggings, because we know that it's a really strong market. Most people don't think about that. We put out some really ugly Christmas designs that sell really well, and that will be part of the package.
Cool. If you get some sales initially, but then it seems to die down, do you change anything or just let it die?
Well, I would take a look at, most of the time it dies because the audience is too small. So I would look at running some campaigns to expand the audience out into millions. It's really quite simple.
And that strategy is the video strategy with the
Exactly.
custom audience and the lookalike audiences. That's how you build small audiences and expand them to much large audiences that you can get your hands on, get a hold of. Let Facebook get a hold of the buyers and get them to come out.
Yeah, if you look at this one, this was 15,000 people, and that was a stretch to get that.
And that's just our test. We would then use that type of targeting to target using the video strategy to build a custom audience of video views, and then build a lookalike audience to get the millions, so that we could scale, run multiple ad sets, and have it run over a longer period of time.
Then the other way we would go is change this from Texas to Louisiana and California and blah, blah, blah. That's...
Well, you, on the video ads, how many 75% views do you want before you build a custom audience? Well, you build the custom audience based on the views, and Facebook continues to populate it as the views grow.
Yeah.
It's when you take that custom audience and build your lookalike is actually the trigger. So we like to see 400 or 500 views of the 75% to build our first set of lookalike audiences. So you need 100 views just to see if that custom audience is viable. But we like to go 400 or 500 before you actually build those lookalike audiences.
Yeah, and the question here about, do I need a designer? You definitely do not need a designer for the Christmas season. We recommend that you get one for January, but we're giving you all the designs that you need to sell from now until Christmas to be successful. We have a library built that is for this event. And we're going to wrap things up, but I'll tell you, we'd really like to see you in Vancouver. And if you've been dabbling, or you've been trying hard and you're just not getting any success, come to this event and we'll give you a system that will last you a lifetime.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to put in here the link to the big event to get more information. And I think that's it.
Oh, who won? Who won what Ken was drinking?
Nobody came up with it.
Let me enter.
No, you can't.
Mango bubble tea. Pay up, Gelowitz. $5,000.
No.
Boom.
You don't get the
Another profitable day for Danny.
No, you remember the disclaimer?
No.
Employees or whatever of the corp
I heard that.
are not
BS.
eligible.
It was clear.
That's you.
Your BS. This whole thing is BS.
Why didn't we get it at the last event? I'm not entirely sure what you didn't get at the
We're
last
not. We
event.
don't provide mango bubble tea. We're never providing that at an event.
Yeah, bubble tea is not tea.
No, it's far
God
from
willing,
tea.
the twins from Toronto will be there.
Yes, they will be there.
The twins from Toronto? Do I know the twins from Toronto?
Oh, I thought they were talking about the other twins.
Oh.
You know, the ones who act like twins?
Oh, yeah, those two. Yeah.
Doublemint twins.
Oh, those twins better be there.
Oh, the FAQ that Danny was going to load. Yes, we will get that into the members area as well. I think that was about the talk to stuff, was it not? The talk to FAQ, yeah. Yeah, we'll get that in there as well.
Still rewriting it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. And just for fun, I think we're going to have one more webinar from the house here this week.
Yeah, we have to do the scaling up the design.
Oh, and how to use that design.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to the diehard Chicago fan, you don't have to test anything with that. That design has sold hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars last year, and it's still our plan to run it this year. So you come to Vancouver, we're going to show you, exactly what we're doing. And, on these calls, we've showed you that design, and we know that it works. You can run that with all niches, whether it's favorite cities with sports teams or anything else, diehard, whatever fan.
Diehard Texas mechanic fan.
Yeah, there you go.
Elizabeth, the system that will last a lifetime is the framework. You already got it. If you were in the July event, all we do is continue to tweak and work on it and improve it. So, and give you more designs. It's we've been using the framework for the last year. We're going to use the framework for the next probably 10 years. I don't see any reason why.
The core is there. It's not going to change. And we're definitely going to give you the diehard Chicago fan. And yes, we're going to show you how to scale that up to diehard Green Bay fan and how to change the colors and the stripes and how to leave the words off if you want them off and just the colors. We'll show you everything about that on the next call. For now, we're going to take off. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next call, and we hope to see you in Vancouver.
We'll send an email out to let everybody know when that call is going to be because I don't have it scheduled.
Yeah. Watch the email, and hopefully we'll have the whole group that's here in Vancouver come out. You can see them on the screen, the camera. Maybe we'll interview a few of them. We'll have a little bit of fun.
All right, guys. Have fun, and we'll talk to you early next week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.